The man in yellow on the left, the character normally in yellow, regular Wario on the right, but it's Vampire Wario, so he's in a yellow hat and a black cape. And both of these players doing some really nice business already in this first level, Savage.
Oh yeah, I really liked the combo that Floyd opened with on the left-hand side of the board, just really clearing some of it out. And he's been able to do these. Oh, I think that was a misdrop there at the top, but
Ooh.
that was a really great standing up and just was able to clear out the top of that garbage with that double red. So everything's going pretty well. And even though columns 3 and 4 are higher up, they're in a place where combos can still be made and be efficient.
Yeah, and really both players are kind of dealing with that right now. I was thinking earlier that that Floyd had the more spired board, but now that I've looked a little more at watch tees, his 6 and 7 were pretty spired. Now he's done a great job of bringing that down, making this board a little bit more manageable to avoid the drop time, and yeah, really great plays by both of these players here. Floyd needing a lot of yellow though to really get down into his end game. Meanwhile, watch tees in his end game fully here, just needing yellows and reds. Definitely gonna see him sandwich these yellows. Oh, but he missed the tuck
Oh,
on medium. That's really strange, actually.
that's surprising. Yeah. I mean, of course, we all know that the high or medium speed can be the meta, and often people who play medium speed are able to maneuver the pill just a little bit better to tuck and have a little bit longer to do that. But so it's a surprise that he missed that. Floyd just needs one more red, and he's going to be out. And this is it, out at a 1 of 45.
145 for Floyd. Really not that far behind watch tees here. Really wonky looking board for Floyd. You kind of look down towards the bottom of his board. He's got a little bit of a staircase situation with his blues and with his yellows in columns 1 through about 4. So really interested to see how he's going to work through that. But you look at Watch Tease's board, and it's starting to look a little bit split, kind of a little bit diagonal as well for him. He's going to have to be careful as he proceeds through. He's going to be dealing with a lot of drop time as he takes some there.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas Floyd has managed to bring everything down evenly, and what looked like it was worrisome turned out not to be, in fact. Now, Watch Tease is going to need quite a little bit of red. There's still a little bit of a lead there for Watch Tease, about 9. Um, but I'm curious to see how the end of this game goes for Watch Tease. What's going to happen with those double blue and double yellow at the bottom of the board? How is he going to go for that? Floyd's board, much more free and clear. And so provided that the blue shows up, his plans will be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I was also looking at Watch Tease's in game here, and it's really not fully clear on what he wants to do. I think now the ideal situation is exactly that, to take out the blues and then open up the red horizontal, get the red, open up the blue horizontal, and he does so. He gets out at a 329. Floyd really not far behind, and also at a
Yeah,
330 for Floyd. 1 second virtual tie here as we go into level 10, and both boards. I don't love them. I don't hate them. Both have some horizontal opportunities. I think Floyd's maybe has a little bit more, but you look at Floyd's board, and it's a little more scattered, whereas Watch Tees has a little bit
oh,
more of a group to his pills as he makes, or his viruses rather, as he makes a really nice combo there.
I was surprised though that Wash Cheese didn't take an opportunity to use a particular red blue earlier, but he ended up finding one using it anyway. Now, a blue yellow would be great for Watch Tees right now. Send it down the right hand side of the board and make a good combo there. So we'll see if that shows up. There we go. And boom, it's going to fall very nicely done. Now, a lot is going to need a lot of red and yellow here at the bottom of this board. And so is Floyd, John.
Yeah, Floyd desperately needing red and yellow to get down to the nitty gritty of this board. Exactly what I'd hoped he would do with that double yellow vertically in column 7. Sets himself up for the horizontal there at the bottom of the board, but just getting a mini blue rush there, it looked like. And not something we see very often in this version of Dr. Mario, but really kind of exciting when it does happen. Even more exciting when you've got a lot of blues on the board. Unfortunately, Floyd did not, but he had places to put them so that they didn't hinder his progress.
Right. And now Floyd just needs a bunch of red, and Watchma was getting the red that Floyd needs. Watchma, or excuse me, Watch Tease out at a 522. Yes, Watch Tease is the artist formerly known as Watchma. Um, let's see. And Floyd just needs a little bit more yellow, a little bit more red, and can get this going. Of course, the double blue not helping him to set up that horizontal, but now this red will take it out at a 536. So again, this has been a very close match the entire time. Look at what Watch Tease is setting up here.
Yeah, this is one of those combos where
Whoa.
if I'm playing on high, then I'm really nervous about it. We see watch tees in particular do a lot of those horizontal type combos at the top of the board. Which really you see a lot of those in the later levels, like 17 through 20. Level 11, it's not as common to see that. So but again, it's watch tees. He does that a lot, and it's so far it's worked out for him. He does have a little bit of garbage though that he's having to work through here in his mid game though, Savage.
hmm Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, these two are in a dead heat. You know, there's a little bit of a time advantage to Floyd, so we're going to have to watch it really carefully. But there's a lot of diversity here on Floyd's board. He's going to be able to keep this moving really well as long as he's able to open up that blue that's there. But RNG cooperating right now for Floyd. And yeah, everything is coming up quickly. And oh, beautiful combo from Watch Tease there. But I'm not loving the column 8 that Watch Tease has going on.
Yeah, pretty spired there for watch tees. Gonna be hoping for some double red access. Oh, and had the opportunity for an all blue fat log, six
Mm.
columns wide. Unfortunately, the pills didn't come in that order. But that column 8 that you were talking about, Savage, has now given Floyd allowed him to get into a bit of a lead here. But he's got to have a heck of a lot of red here. One, two, three, four, five reds for Floyd is what he needs. Meanwhile, Watch Tees regains that lead, gets out at a 736, but it is going to be Floyd
Oh,
4 seconds
wow.
faster.
Yeah. Woof. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that was good. I mean, both of them at the end, they had this situation where it's going to come down to one color. And that can either just be a heartbreaker or fine, just fine. And luckily, it was just fine. Both of them doing great moves and not being hindered by RNG. But wow, you know, me saying these two are close as close can be, they're showing it right now.
Absolutely. That was a really, really great first match. A nail biter for sure. Floyd takes it by about 3 to 4 seconds. That was amazing. We go into game two. Uh, Floyd wiping the sweat off his brow in chat. We have readies from both of our players. And count us down, Savage.
3, 2, 1, and pills. Beer, 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 beer. Oh, I was really hoping for two double yellows for watch tees, and they came at the beginning of the level. I was really hoping for some sort of, kind of cross T action with all the yellows in the center. It didn't happen, but that's all right. Off to a good start is watch tees, some good quick combos.
And Floyd with a Quaker instant horizontal there at the top of his board. Was really excited to see that for him. Got the double red and it instantly just boom, double red horizontal gone instantly. Floyd just putting the business on this level 8. He really wants to just put watch tees away and move on to Sunday. Another horizontal there for Floyd, a double blue, really nice there. But looking back over at watch tees, this is still really close, Savage.
Yeah, it is. The formation is not great right now for watch tees. Going to be relying on basically vertical play to come down to it. And in your end game, you really want to make sure that you have options there. And so that's going to be a little bit slower for watch tees unless the pills come down perfectly. and they're coming down really well. So could be, yeah, it's gonna probably be watch tees out first as this falls out at a 123, and just one more yellow for Floyd. And there it is out at a 125. So again, starting with the same story that they started out super close. Let's hope they keep it super close the whole way through to take some years off of our lives, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're not old. We're Dr. Mario players. We're not old enough already. We need more more years taken off of our lives here. But anyway, as Watch T's moving forward here in this level 9, gets that undertuck to trigger that drop combo in his column 2. Work doing really nice here. The blues in on the right side of his board was a little bit concerned for him, but he's started to get what he needed. Would love to see a double red for him right now and get this really long L. Yeah, he's not going to go. Oh, maybe he is going to go for it. Is he going to go for a fat log? What's he going to do? I don't know because it's watch tees.
Yeah, fat log. I think fat log is the way to go here. Just get it out. But I don't know. You know, this is a Dawson's Creek situation. I don't want to wait. But he didn't have to. There we go.
Now, Floyd, though, working with some spires on his board and really not what you want to see. Fortunately for Floyd, though, he does have a 1 game advantage over Watch Tees. And that's great because Watch Tees is already out at a
Whoa.
248. That is a great time for getting out of level 7 in the first block. And here we are
Hmm.
in already in level 10 for Watch Tees. This is
And
this is fantastic.
yeah, and the thing is that Floyd is not, not misdropping, not, like not misprioritizing. This level was played really well, really cleanly, and it's just a testament to the fact that, Watch T's really, as you said, was giving this level the business. You said that about Floyd and level 8. But Floyd just needs a couple more blues and is going to be out at a 323. And this is only level 10. So there's plenty more that can happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch Tees now running into a bit of a yellow stop sign here, for lack of a better term. It's kind of impeded his progress to get down to the bottom of this board. He does have some little places where he can make some maneuvers and get stuff down to the bottom, so that's good for him. Um, but really, the yellows at the top of this, at the center of this board, right, this top line, that really kind of slowed him down just a little bit more than if they wouldn't have been there. But looking over at Floyd's board now, red and yellow is the story for him at the top of this board. And what is he getting?
Hmm.
Red, blue. Oh, and a misdrop there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistuck, I think, because I think he wanted to send that red down to the bottom. It's not the biggest deal in the world, because he can kind of keep trying to level this down horizontally. Unfortunately, it's a red blue, and red was like it's still really necessary to clean this out. And Watch T's just about gonna drop this down out at a 440. Um,
Lee.
and yeah, and Floyd, about 10 biases behind, not insurmountable, but the bottom formation of this board, a little bit tricky, a little bit spired. It's going to be challenging for him.
Yeah, watch tees with this really nice horizontal there. And another horizontal. Oh, but he got a little bit of a misdrop there. But fortunately, he had the another yellow, double yellow to clear that out nice and quick. Really good to see that for watch tees. Um, he's just blazing through this entire level block. Any red is going to be great for him now. He elects to clear that out vertically. Now looking for a red blue or a red yellow. Now definitely looking for a red yellow. But you know what? This double red works too. And Floyd now joining Watch Tees into level 11, and not a terrible board here for Floyd.
No, lots of diversity, lots of doubles. It doesn't look like any one layer is going to be difficult. It's just sort of, are the pills going to cooperate um, in the right amount of time, honestly speaking? But wow, so much blue there on Watch Tease's board and an amazing lightning rod. How are things cooperating this nicely for Watch Tease? Oh my gosh. But looking to be setting up horizontal and then a vertical at the bottom with these blues. And holy moly, it's going to be out. 624. Woo.
624. Looking at the hot times, that is going to be the number 14 hot time for watch tees, and I believe that is a bracket PB for him. So, wow, congratulations, that was amazing.
Yeah. Holy moly. Yeah. And
So,
ooh,
the
Floyd
pros
sees
are
there.
being fed again.
Yeah, exactly. Caw-caw! Yeah. And I mean, like, what are what are you going to do against a time like that? You just got to sit back and say, all right, I respect it. I respect it. Let's
Yeah,
reset. Let's breathe deeply. We got this.
yeah. As we've said so many times on these broadcasts, PB strats are best strats. Except for
Oh,
that
yeah,
one
for
time
sure.
when they weren't between Floyd and Nuke. But here we go. Caw, 3, 2, 1, and pills.
Pills.
Feeding the birds. Bring your tuppence for your bag of bird feed as we go into this final game of this match. And here we go. Floyd, yellows and blues, making all kinds of combos that he can. Watch tees, reds and blues is primarily what he needs. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, and you see, with so many blues on the top of the board, in the center of Floyd's board, notice he made a prioritization, used red and yellow just for strategic. Hey, I'm going to throw it into. I'm going to make sure, like, I have some places for red yellows, so when I chip away at this first level, it's all right. So let's see. Floyd did look like he was in a little bit of a pickle there with columns 5, 6, and 7. Managed to prioritize in the right way to keep that going. And since red is not a big deal right now, um, yeah, Floyd's in a good position. A little bit of a lead over Watch Tees.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is both of the players have been having to make some weird little tucks to open up access to their board. You saw that from Watch Tees just there, but and it pretty much made him free and clear for the rest of this end game. This double yellow, great for him. He's just going to need 3 more blues. Nice undertuck to avoid the drop time. There's the blue for watch tees out at a 131, but Floyd was out first at a 129. Really, really close here. This is exactly what we want to see. Maybe our second overtime of the year, possibly.
That would be remarkable. I don't know if we've ever had two times in a tournament. Some people could maybe check me on that. But that would be outstanding. Of course, the first one happening between Luke and Dave Smith Says last night. So we're going to be seeing Luke a little bit later. But yeah, so both of these players off, and Watch T is able to get off to a quick lead. But the way this board is shaped is a little bit precarious, being up really high on that right hand side with so much red on those columns. Drop time is going to have to go. And so we'll have to see how these priorities shape up. But interesting horizontal work at the bottom possible for Watch T's.
Yeah, I was eyeing Watch Tease's in game, and he's got the setups that he needs. The blues in the way there in that column 5, but that's going to be easily cleared out. But now looking over at Floyd, he's getting pretty close to his end game here, but a lot of yellow here that he's got to to work through, and pretty much all yellow on his top line until just now, with that one red there on his column 8. And what is he getting? Well, now he's starting
Mm-hmm.
to get the yellows, but before he was really not getting the yellows at all.
Mm-hmm. And luckily, there's lots of plans that he has available to him for the red at the bottom of the board. So we'll kind of see how this goes. Able to tuck the blue in as well. So actually, RNG really cooperating. Watch T's out at a 323, and Floyd just working on his last two yellows, and they showed up right away out at a 327. So amazing work there from Floyd to counteract some of that RNG. And yeah, these two into level 10. I keep thinking it's their final level because my heart is racing, but that's not the case.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Looking at Floyd's board, he has an opportunity to make a
Mm-hmm.
really nice combo here. As he actually, if he gets a double red, and he
Oh,
gets it, and he just goes ahead and does a
that's all
bracket
right.
clear to clear some of that out, and I think that's the right play. Even though he had the double red next, because it was gonna leave him with some garbage. But look at this from Floyd.
Yeah.
Nice drop into a
Phew.
horizontal, into another vertical. That was really nice.
This play is awesome, but Floyd is hitting the end of the line here unless he gets blues. And watch he's similarly on the right hand um, needs yellow and red. Oh, that double yellow showing up just a little bit late. If that had come down in the center of the board, so much of that board would have been clean. So now watched he's struggling a little bit with what
Oh, here we
happened
go.
from there. But look, here it goes. Oh, a huge chunk off the center of that board, leaving more garbage than it would have before. But these two are still super close.
That combo from Watch Cheese almost looked like an octagon, actually. Really kind of cool.
Hmm.
I've seen that combo so many times lately, and we don't have a name for it yet. We gotta think of a name for that one.
Yeah. An octagon, huh? And Floyd is out at a 5-12. Really nice, clean end game. Yeah. Watch Tease is still trying to figure things out after a little bit of that rough middle section, but out at a 5-26. Not too bad. While Floyd is going to start. Oh, good. He's got some blue opened up here. So now a little more diversity. I was a little worried about this top line, but yeah, has about a half dozen virus lead right now over Watchties, who's just getting started. Beautiful blue lightning bolt.
Really nice tuck there by Watch Tees. And it's one of those plays, you can do it on high, but it is easier on medium. And both of these players have been really strong proponents of, hey, play on medium, use that vulnerability, maneuverability to your advantage, and just get the job done and get on to what you got to do with the rest of the board. And Floyd is doing exactly that. But the yellow and the blue
Mm.
situation for him, he's able to get that center started to clear out, and it's looking pretty good for him. But this game is so darn close, Savage. I just don't know. Both players are pretty color dependent. Watch these, especially on
Mm.
yellow. Floyd's got only 3 blues remaining now. With that clear, this this is anybody's game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had been Watch Tees and I'd this board as what I was going to be up against for my end game, I would just say, "Oh, let's just have Floyd write his ticket right now to the semis." But that's not the case. The yellow is showing up for Watch Tees at this crucial moment. So the question is, yeah, is he going to be able to deal with that spired left hand side? Is that stuff going to show up quickly, or is the more straightforward board going to show up? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, 719 and 719.
My
Are you
goodness.
kidding
I
me?
freaking called it.
Are you
I freaking
freaking
called
called
it.
it? Oh
Now we
my.
will we will review and confirm,
Okay.
but but
Oh.
holy cow.
Yeah, you see Floyd, like yeah, you don't you don't want that.
No.
But we want it. It's very
Mhm.
exciting.
This is like deciderception here if this is confirmed.
Yeah, I can't believe you called that. And I was like, nah, like it doesn't happen. I will never doubt you again, Flindo.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, for those who were not here yesterday and they're new to the stream, the process, if this is confirmed, then they will go on to the next level and play level 12. And the winner of that will be declared the victor of the game and the match. If they tie again, we go on to level 13 and so on and so forth. Now, if a player tops out, that's it. So they got to be careful.
Mhm. Yeah. There's nothing more agonizing than a tie, because sometimes you're watching the stream out of the corner of your eye and you're not quite sure who's going to win, what's going to happen, and then you see those seconds tick out. You're a little bit delayed, and you're just like, I can't believe it. Confirmed tie by our amazing restreamer, the Dave.
Here
So
we
yeah,
go.
these two players going to go on to level 12.
Yeah, and they had the option of playing this same seed or restarting back to the menu. We have already from Floyd.
Might want to watch my timer. It doesn't stop for one level. Okay, got it.
Yeah, should have a ready from Watch Cheese shortly. There it is.
All
And here we
right.
go, level 12. This is a caw, a decider.
Indeed. Don't get that
And
very often.
yeah, 3, 2, 1, double decider.
Pills. Yeah, and so it's really going to come out to like who can really crack their board open first. Really important. And Watch Tees with a good opening is going to run out of yellow space very, very soon. These double reds coming through, we know they're going to be followed by a red yellow. And yeah, the yellow or red and yellow garbage already has to be created. So a little bit tough for Watch Tees, but the blue's showing up now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's a lot of blue and yellow for Watch Tees. It's a lot of red and yellow for Floyd, and he really hasn't gotten any red yellows at all. He's been getting a lot of blues that he's just kind of had to make strategic garbage out of. You see there in his column 8, he's got, well, he doesn't now, but he had the opportunity to clear some reds out horizontally and have the blues drop down. But he just keeps getting these blues, and I'm really concerned for him if he doesn't start to get something other than blue. Um, this looks like the game could go to Watch Tees, who already has an 11 virus lead now over Floyd, but Floyd's got some really nice double opportunities here, Savage.
Yeah, I mean, the board's decent. I think Watch Tees had a great advantage at the beginning, really getting able to work on those yellow blues in the center. If blues don't show up for Watch Tees now, she said, as a double blue comes down, then not going to keep moving. But now all Watch Tees needs is two blues, and he'll be out. And there's one, and the second one comes right away, out at a 146. So Floyd with 10 viruses left to go. These two have battled as hard as they can possibly battle. And so this is exactly the match we want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch Tees with the reverse sweep, taking the game and the match away from Floyd. He will move on tomorrow to play the winner of our next and final match of the day. Savage, who do we have?
Yeah, we're gonna have our number 7 seed Luke versus our number 2 seed Inf. Everybody stick around. This is the DrMC.